Hi class, in this example we're going to look at general rules of division and also looking at what formulas they actually come from. What they want us to do is to complete this actual chart. So the computation on the first problem, it's simply just 4 divided by the values of 1. The simplified result, well, 4 divided by 1 is simply 1. So you don't have to rewrite it as with the division sign. I mean, with this one when you simplify it, but for this chart, whoops, sorry, it's 4. But in this chart, they're asking for each of the parts. Now, here's the general rule. And for the general rule, this is one of the rules that's going to be in the textbook. And what they're saying is that if a is any number, a divided by 1 represents a divided by 1, which is simply the values of a. So that's the formula that we're using on the first numerical value, which is, well, simply the values of 4. Now, on the second one, 4 divided by 4, in this case, the computation, well, technically, this is just a simple division. So we're just going to be rewriting it as 4 divided by 4, simplify result. 4 divided by 4 is equal to the values of 1. The actual rule in division deals with a number divided by itself other than 0. It's going to be, well, 1. So in this case, a divided by a is equal to the values of 1, where a is not equal to 0. You're not allowed to divide by 0. So let me just put in where a is not equal to 0. Okay, let's take a look at the next one. In this case, the computation is going to be 0 divided by the values of 4. Simplified result, 0, well, divided by 4 is equal to 0. And the general rule is that, well, technically 0 divided by any number is equal to 0. Technically, where a is not equal to 0. It's a technicality, but if you have 0 divided by 0, it's undetermined. That's for definition in a later class. For us, we're assuming that you're dividing, but you cannot be dividing by 0. Okay, let's take a look at the last one. In here, they're saying 4, well, technically divided by 0. Simplified result, 4 divided by 0. It's technically undefined. And then the general rule is, well, technically a divided by 0 is undefined. And this is where the values of a is not equal to 0. We're just looking at the basic one. And in this case, well, a divided by a is equal to 1. If you divide 0 by any number, it's 0. Dividing by 0 is undefined. This is supposed to be a u. Okay, that's actually it for this chart. These rules are going to show up on some of the problems in the homework quizzes and exam. But it's the general rules that allows us to divide, whether you're dividing by 1 itself, in this case this one, or if you're looking at any division that involves the values of 0. That's actually it for this example. As I said, keep track of these well, general rules. They'll be showing up in several of the later modules.